What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. Welcome to a how to counter Fahkumram video. This will not go into every single detail, I will just attempt to give you guys the gist of it, like the most important pointers, the most important things to keep in mind. So let's get started. First off, Fahkumram has the best movement in the game, so get ready to use homing moves a lot. Be very wary of when you attack, because due to that movement, he can so easily make you whiff with a backdash or a sidestep, and then he's going to launch punish you. So be very careful, please keep that in mind. Also, he has a very weird hitbox, in case you haven't heard about that yet. Certain combos just won't work, and now I'm talking about combos that work on every single character in the game, basically will not work on Fahkumram. A nice demonstration of this on with Jin is, for example, his Hell Sweep, where you can follow up with that on pretty much any character, although that will actually whiff on Kuma as well, who for some reason has a small head, and you're like, he's a grizzly bear, or whatever kind of bear, you know, he doesn't have a small head. Fahkumram has a small head, huge shoulders though, but yeah, this just doesn't work. So this will greatly limit your damage, because you'll do back to one instead into bound, but then interestingly, you can't even do free one to get up your damage a little bit. Again, that works on everyone. You bound, dash in, free one, and the jab there goes right through Fahkumram, because his head is so small, and you're like, for God's sake, and you'll have this sort of stuff everywhere. Devil Jin's Demon Steel Pedal, back 4, well, it seems like randomly whiff. You'll stand point blank to a grounded Fahkumram and it whiffs. Due to the small head, I'm guessing. And his waist is very small. If you do this sort of stuff, you know, boom, plus 16 and he spins away, a lot of stuff will just whiff that will connect on every other character, their guard. So keep that in mind, he's like no other character in terms of hitbox. And a great thing you can keep in mind is that he's very vulnerable to strong highs that are normally good on block, etc. Because he has such a small amount of high crush in his move list. He has pretty much none of it. So electrics are super good versus Fahkumram. Magic 4s are excellent. He will not crush you, and he's pretty sluggish on a lot of his moves. So electrics are great versus Fahkumram. Magic 4s are great. Steve back 1. Think of all of these fast highs that have enormous payoffs on counter hit and that are safe on block. Great versus Fahkumram, but of course keep in mind, he can duck, you know, like all other characters. But I just want to stress that. Big lack of high crush, and that's a problem for Fahkumram. When you're at the wall, be very ready to throw break. I mean, you know this. When you're at the wall, Fahkumram player will do this. He'll do that. And now that it's no longer broken with a 14 frame break window, break that throw, 1+2, be ready to do that at the wall, they will attempt that. And again, all of these charge ups also keep in mind at the wall, because if you're not at the wall, all of those on guard only gives him plus frames. Except for this one, which actually on guard will give him a guaranteed down 4. That's guaranteed. So keep that in mind. If you guard that, the down 4 is guaranteed. But that's the only charge up attack that actually gives something on guard. Other than, of course, at the wall, where all of these will splat you for big damage. So just sidestep. I'm just trying to tell you that all of those charge ups have 0 tracking. 0. You can just do a tiny sidestep to both sides. And then when it's over, he recovers extremely slowly. So keep that in mind. They take quite a while to charge up, and they have no tracking. Optimal combo. Oh, yeah. So that's just the intro. Now, okay. Fahkumram 101. Oh, Fahkumram is far away. Oh, wall running free! How many times have you seen this so far? That move knocks down on hit. On guard, it's -9. But it has no tracking. It threw me off, but I actually recorded a backdash. Okay. So as soon as you see him run in, do a sidestep. Don't have to sidewalk, you can just do a step. And try to punish. Oh, I need big punish. Oh, okay, whatever. So while running free, you can very easily step that. And then you have his trademark attack, super cool, back forward 4. This move is homing, so the while running free, great frames, linear. This move, great frames, homing, but high, not mid. So he can mix you up with those two moves alone. But do know that if you get the hard read here, and a lot of Fahkumrams love to do this move twice in a row, if you get the duck, he recovers incredibly slowly. Literally, it takes him forever to do so. So you have plenty of time to punish him. And that will not work. Lay. My god. Beautiful. So that's very important to know about that move. If you duck it, my god, he stands there like an idiot for a full second, waiting to get punished. And then down for 2-3, a lot of Fahkumrams will throw this. It should only be used when it's guaranteed, like when you confirm a whiff punish or when someone's -15. But a lot of Fahkumrams are super lazy with that. They will just throw it in the open. It is -11 on block, so you can just go for your punish. But again, if you duck that high, Fahkumram again, and this is a theme with Fahkumram, he has many of those moves where if it whiffs, he looks like an idiot for 5 years. So here I can actually crouch cancel electric pretty easily. And of course that doesn't work unless we're fucking up. There we go. Oh god. So you see, that was a punish. So again, he is very vulnerable if you can just get that duck. And then we have, in terms of lows, I quickly want to go over. You've probably seen people use down 4 and down back 4 a lot. Do know that both of those are launch punishable. Down 4 is -16, and down back 4, which gives good frames, is pretty slow. I think it comes out at 23 frames. It's -14. Might as well put on both of these. Okay, it comes out at 21 frames, my bad. But still. Launch punishable by Jin, and the second one is also launch punishable by Jin, because while sending to is 14 frames. So Jin, good in this matchup. But do remember to punish these as hard as you can, and everyone can launch down 4. But that's very hard to do, it's 14 frames fast. So I'm just talking about lazy Fahkumram players who just do down 4 over and over. Be ready to launch that. So yes, a solid Fahkumram player will more than likely for a low use down for 3. This move is -1 on hit and -12 on block. So that's low risk. But again, as I mentioned at the start, do note that low risk, there's no high crush here. If that move had high crush, it would be a really great low. But now, you know, 20 frames, that's a long time. You know, this character is very vulnerable to strong highs. And if he uses the Brian style 3+4, you know, that launches on counter hit, sometimes he'll do 2 in a row, whatever. Please try and identify this move and know that as soon as you block that, he has lost his turn. He's not punishable, but he's -9. So block that, it's your turn. Oh, except I just fucked up. Oh god, Jin's jab range is not the best. So yes, it's your turn if you block that. But of course, his range makes this deceptive. -9 from this far away is still risky. But again, if you have long range high, yay! Good. Oh, and some moves that are much more punishable than you think. Back 1 and forward 1+2. First one is launch punishable. Can be hard to do, it's 14 frames fast, but if someone spammed this, launch him. And his Heihachi Demon Uppercut, oh god, forward 1+2 is -14 on block. So technically I can actually perfect electric him. There we go. So yeah, -14 and no pushback basically. And if someone's doing, you know, his standing 3 is excellent. 3-4 is -12. But a lot of Fahkumrams get lazy spamming. Oh shit. Get lazy spamming this. That's +6 on block, so that's why they spam it. But that's a high, and again, looks like a moron for a long time. That wasn't actually a punish. You have quite a while to confirm the whiff and punish. And so please keep that in mind as well. And yeah, the charge ups. Should I mention this again? We did already talk about this, but try and identify the most common setups. It's usually standing 4 into the knee, or down 3-4 into the knee. Back to 1 is used very, very often. Try and identify these and sidestep them. And again, forward 3-4 is a great string. Quite often is cancelled into this. Try and identify them. Try and see, as always, see the patterns of your opponent. And if he's abusing these, sidestep. No tracking whatsoever. And if you get the sidestep, Fahkumram looks like an idiot for 2 seconds. Very strong, however, is his down forward 1 series. And as much as some people like to say, oh, just sidewalk left, or sidewalk right, whatever. He has just too many options. He just has too many options for you to cover all of that. The down forward 1 is pretty fucking good, but it's follow-ups. A lot of people spam the hell sweep. Again, that's actually homing. Or next to homing. You can sidestep it, but it's very hard. At least on a read. No. On reaction. You're not stepping the sweep on reaction. I'm just saying, if you see him cancel the down forward 1 like that, you might start stepping. But I'm just saying, even if you do that, that sweep tracks quite a bit. Yeah, sidewalk left is your best friend, I think, there. So the down forward 1 mix-ups are very strong. Several of them are safe. I think this one's minus 13. Down forward 1 4. Yeah. Down forward 1 2 is only minus 3. That's actually a good string. Duckable. But so that's a mix-up with down forward 1 4. But then you can do for another mid-mid. Down forward 1 2 1. And that's good on block. That's only minus 3. And you can also do sorry. This one, down forward 1 4 1. That's neutral. I mean, these mix-up are just strong. There's no other way about it. Oh, sidestep right. And so you're going to have to lab those and just be on the lookout of what does my opponent like to do with down forward 1. Last thing I want to get into is his vortex. And he actually has a pretty fucking decent vortex. I mean, it can resemble Kazuya's a bit in that you have a hell sweep, gives great Oki, can put them at the wall. Forward 1 plus 2 is insane. So much range and so consistent as a ground hitting tool. Much more so than the Demon Steel pedal, I would say. You can just so easily get this over and over if they don't tech. You know, vortex. And for a safe mid, you can use, albeit pretty slow, but you can use his orbital as a safe mid launcher there. Or mix up with some other mid, but it's like the dude has a vortex. He really does. Most likely if you fought a Fahkumram, you've already had to deal with all of this. So just like with Kazuya, try and stick to the ground and hope he doesn't start spamming this. If you start spamming that, you're probably dealing with a pretty strong player. But don't be too quick after a knockdown to tech roll, just because he has the vortex factor. Don't get launched. His damage is so high. It goes without saying. His damage is great. Be careful. And he does lack. His parries aren't too good. I feel like he lacks solid panic buttons. And again, no real high crushing. So try and pressure Fahkumram a lot. And when you're not pressuring him, he will control the spacing 100%. So the more time you have in his face locking him down like this, where he doesn't have good panic buttons, the better for you. But I feel like this was a very basic introduction to fighting Fahkumram. I hope it helps you, and I hope you won't have too much trouble. I know it's a very annoying character to face, but just keep these in mind and hopefully it's not as stressful for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a lovely day. Stay safe.